Hello everybody. Today I have some really sad news. It's quite serious, hence the tone. Electronic Arts only shipped 9 million copies of Star Wars Battlefront II. Sorry, I'm choking up here. Instead of 10 million copies. They expected to ship 10 million copies, and they only shipped 9. And in 2015, Star Wars Battlefront shipped 13 million, so it's down from there, and it's really bad. It's just really good as shit. Alright, stop it, Jim. Compose yourself. My heart goes out to Electronic Arts, everybody who works there, including little Timmy, who needed that extra million copies to get a new leg. No, Jim, be professional. You've got to be professional. Alright? Do this. As a result, Electronic Arts has no choice but to put microtransactions back into Battlefront 2. You see, they told investors that Star Wars Battlefront 2 was going to ship 10 million copies by now. But instead it shipped 9 million copies, which is, of course, a pathetic amount, a pitiful amount, a disgusting shit amount of copies to sell. In fact, you might as well have bought 9 little balls of dog shit. I mean, selling 9 million copies instead of selling 10 million copies, that's like waking up on Christmas morning to find that the tree's been burned down and Santa has been garroted in your own living room. In case you couldn't tell by now, I'm being just the tiniest bit sarcastic about the news where Blake Jurgensen said that Battlefront 2 had missed expectations and confirmed that microtransactions were coming back. EA's Blake Jurgensen, he's that guy who said nobody wants a pink Darth Vader, said the microtransactions will be making their long-awaited return in the next few months. And according to reports, he actually blames the missed sales projections on the loot box controversy. Though while some reports do describe that as blame, I personally would take it as credit. If EA is straight up saying that in this case gamer outrage fucked them over, good. No, fucking good. Battlefront 2 was the absolute fucking line, the sweetest goddamn plum. Maybe the most predatory exploitative cash grab the AAA industry has ever fucking witnessed. If their business projections got fucked up because of people being angry on the internet, then all I have to say is, well done, angry people on the internet. Daddy's proud. Battlefront 2 was of course supposed to be an apology for Battlefront 2015, which was rushed out. EA even admitting to investors, only to them, not to us of course, that key Battlefront features were ignored just so the game could be ready in time for the Force Awakens release. With its promise of gameplay improvements, epic space battles, and a well-written solo campaign, Battlefront 2 was on track to be the game Battlefront 2015 was supposed to be. With so much promise, so much potential, of course Battlefront 2 was expected to outperform Battlefront 2015. Why wouldn't it? Oh, that's right, because EA couldn't fucking help itself, grabbed the loot box bull by its horns and its bollocks, and created a glorified gambling system so fucking insulting it made international headlines and got bloody politicians involved. What a heck of an apology, folks. I heard to say sorry for this, Battlefront 3 is just gonna be a disembodied fist in a box that you punch yourself in the face with. Going back to EA's projections, Jurgensen believes that 3 million more units are going to shift during the current fiscal year argument, which would bring it up to 12 million, which still falls short of the target Battlefront 2015 hit, which was 14 million. While the shareholders might end up disappointed, I still say that 12 million units is damn impressive considering Battlefront 2 is one of the most frigging disgusting AAA games I've ever seen released. With regards to the microtransactions being switched back on, Jurgensen said, "We'll do it when we think it's ready," which, as I say, should be sometime in the next few months. But just in case anybody thinks they're gonna blame the outrage for the microtransactions coming back, remember that EA said from the very beginning that they were coming back. that the removal of the crystals was a temporary stopgap, so you can't even pin it on us. Ha! Electronic Arts also talked about how Battlefront 2 was a quote-unquote learning opportunity for the company, adding that the loot box controversy itself was also a learning experience. And personally, I must confess to being a little bit alarmed over the idea of a major internationally influential corporation having to learn that undermining the gameplay of a Star Wars game would royally piss off fans of Star Wars games. Who has to fucking learn that? Who has to be taught that undermining the very core fucking gameplay of any friggin' game would upset people? Who has to learn that turning Battlefront 2 into a pay-to-win game, and I don't just mean that colloquially, I mean literally a pay-to-win fucking game, would cause a backlash, especially from Star Wars fans? If you're not prepared for outrage from Star Wars fans, bloody Star Wars fans, then you are seriously fucked, mate. Going forward, we believe that live services that include optional digital monetization, when done right, provide a very important element of choice that can extend and enhance the experience in our games. We're committed to continually working with our players to deliver the right experience in each of our games and live services. First of all, I love the subtle conflation of live services and games. Maybe one day EA will phase out the word game altogether so that everything they deliver is a live service rather than a base product. It's terminology that allows them to justify a whole host of additional monetization ideas. Secondly, funnily enough, I actually agree with Electronic Arts somewhat. I also believe that live services, if you want to call them that include optional digital monetization, when done right, can be very important and enhance experiences. But do I think Electronic Arts is capable of doing them right? Fuck no. I said it before and I'll say it again. If you want a free-to-play economy, do it. Fill your boots, knock yourself out, have all the fun in the world with it, but make a free-to-play fucking game if that's what you wanna do. But they don't wanna, do they? Because they're too fucking proud of themselves. They're too fucking proud to lower themselves to the realm of free-to-play games. Unless, of course, it's on mobile, in which case EA will put out free-to-play games that absolutely mutate the idea of free-to-play and are more like digital water torture devices. So anyway, best of luck, Electronic Arts, with the microtransactions that you're going to be popping back into Battlefront 2. I'm sure you're going to do them right this time. And I'm even more sure that if you do it right, it won't be a case of too little too late. Absolutely not. Oh, and because you're apparently too thick to understand that pissing off Star Wars fans is a bad idea, I should probably tell you, EA, that that was more sarcasm on my part. But hey, good luck anyway.